Hi, everyone, and welcome to another episode of the mini podcast Monday Motivation, brought to you by Dominate Your Day. So, I started Monday Motivation as a space for many episodes to share inspiring ideas and thoughts for leaders in the workplace. As a former corporate leader, I know what it feels like just to need a little boost each week. And so, today we have been talking about change and leading change in your workplace as a leader. And we've talked about engagement, we've talked about productivity and well being. Today, we're going to talk about mindset. Mindset is the gateway to change. And our potential to lead and affect change is directly proportional to our ability to transform our mindset. We can only transform our lives as much as we transform our mindset. So, what blocks you in changing your mindset? I decided that I really wanted to focus this week on Satya. He is the CEO of Microsoft, and he has amazingly done a transformation at Microsoft, focused on shifting the company culture from a know-it-all to a learn-it-all. And this mindset shift not only rejuvenated Microsoft's innovation, but has significantly improved its market position. So, what's top of mind for him? He's been at Microsoft for 32 years, and he said it's every day do what is relevant for tomorrow. So, he has a kind of a growth mindset. He's a big, passionate follower of a growth mindset of Carol Dweck's work. And he said ability to ground yourself in new platform shifts. And he sees tech as an exciting because it's reinventing and changing all the time. So one of the things that I did when I studied Satya is that he really focused on several key things with the underlying theme of growth mindset. So he encourages his leaders and his employees to empower through empathy. And so harnessing the power of empathy is so critical in understanding and sharing the feelings of others, and particularly during innovation process. And it also helps address unmet needs and enhances service delivery. So as a leader, if you're using empathy to understand the needs of your employees and your clients, it's going to help you move a little bit faster, especially when you're in an innovation process like Microsoft. The second thing he really talks about is how to cultivate partnerships for innovation. So, seeking partners who share a vision for innovation has helped him amplify the potential for breakthroughs. So, we always say, we can't be well rounded by ourselves, but we can be well rounded as a team. So, he lives that. And then he's also creating a risk taking culture. And he thinks that a risk-taking culture should view failures as learning opportunities. And I think that's been with him the whole 32 years from what I studied. I mean, it's just part of their culture. And it's understanding that when you take risk and you have failures, those are not setbacks. That's actually how you learn and grow. And we talk a lot about that in consulting here at Dana Williams Consulting, and we use that in the Strengths Journal. Think about every day. What are you learning? How are you growing? What is a fear you stepped into today that you were able to grow through that? And then the other thing he really focused on is passion and perseverance. So if in the theme and context of change, maintaining passion and a commitment to continuous learning are vital for ongoing success. And I love how he emphasizes that you can stop doing useful things if you don't learn. And that's true. If you just feel like you're not going to get up and learn today, you're not going to have that growth mindset. So think about what are some things you can do to help develop a growth mindset and learn. As we talked about last week with Ariana, it's about learning so that you can teach, learning that you can share. What are the ways you're going to learn? And this is becoming a common theme as I've done this research on change and leaders in change, and it's been powerful. So think about learning and what you can be learning through change. And then leadership with humility. So when you think about what Satya talks about, which is confidence paired with humility. That drives progress. We always talk about being the authentic leader. Well, that's the humility part of that. But then bringing in that courage. I like to say courage over confidence, and we talked about that last month. But really, how do you bring in that courage and marry it with humility? A leader's self awareness and readiness to learn from others are key to navigating challenges during change. So, think about what are some areas that you haven't been stepping into the challenge and that you've been avoiding. What is an area where you want to learn and grow, and that you're willing to make a few mistakes so that you can grow in that area? And then accountability and impact. So, how do you as a leader take responsibility not just for business success, but for creating solutions that benefit not only um, technology, if you're working on technology or a product, but that benefit people and the planet? This, thinking of a bigger view of who you're serving and what kind of impact you can make, helps a leader really help his or her team look at a visionary change. And then I love Satya's personal philosophy that he shared, which was inspired by his father's example. So he measures his life each day by the people he met, the ideas generated, and the tasks completed. So he's adapted this personal and professional framework, and it's been centered around continuous growth and learning. So while these work for Satya, they might not work for you, but I think there's something here from Satya that you can take and use to help you start applying to your life today. And I'd love to hear from you and what those are. So just quickly before we finish, most listeners don't yet follow the podcast. Every additional follower we get helps us to raise the profile of the podcast and bring you more episodes. So if you can do one thing for us today, then please hit the follow button and get updated whenever we put new content live. But if you can do a second thing for us today, could you share this podcast with a friend? Thanks for listening, and we'd love to talk to you next week. So join us next week, and we'll be continuing our great leadership series.